Hello, welcome to your weekly Soulprint Pick Your Crystal reading. This is for the week of January 7th through the 13th. Today we are working with, we're just going to call this clear. It's a quartz, but it has all of these facets and markings on it. It's just a really pretty piece. We're going with this sort of blue-gray, we're calling it blue, and a pink quartz. So or a rose quartz, so we're calling that pink. Just take a moment. You might be attracted to more than one crystal, and that's okay. Which crystal is calling out to you or resonating with you? And pick one. And let's get started, shall we? So we're going to start with this beautiful clear crystal. And what message are we working with this week? Here we go. So the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Alrighty. So, the Eight of Swords is sort of an interesting card, right? Because this, the figure in the cards really they really think that they're trapped and they're bound and there is no way out. They can't see a way clear forward. They're got a blindfold on. They think that their hands are tied, but in actual fact, not only are their hands not tied, they really could push the rope just away. They could remove, the blindfolds, and then they would see that the swords or the thoughts that they think are imprisoning them. There's actually all these holes and spaces, and they truly could just walk through. So the Eight of Swords is kind of a card that acknowledges that you are feeling restricted. It acknowledges that there may be fear attached. You may be feeling that you are withdrawing away or you are being sort of moved away. But in fact, and this is not to say that your feelings or your thoughts aren't real, but what the card does suggest is that they are being influenced by your own internal fears. And so it's very important that, we take a look at the things, frankly, that brighten us and that scare us. And if it if it looks like we are sort of creating our own limitations by the fears, then truly it is up to us to look at the fears and find a more positive um, thought or thought processes to go forward. Because, the feeling of being trapped is sort of never pleasant, and nobody wants to be in that feeling. Now, it's being followed by the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is interesting because it can sometimes talk about a change of home. It might be a long journey. It is about an energy of moving forward, and it is about an energy to some degree, even of changes and if you're going to move homes, this is a significant shift. So the wands are, let's not forget, wands are about your actions, they're about your words. And so perhaps you need to remove the fear and find your words, find the movement forward that is going to take you to the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is that energy of a project that it's about progress. It is about moving forward, or the initial stages of a project being completed. This is about looking into the future to see what options or opportunities are coming your way. It is about taking that moment to reflect of how far you have come and where you want to go. The Two of Cups is about important unions or partnerships. It can be about a romantic relationship, it can be a reconciliation, but it can also be friendships and business partnerships and that kind of thing. So, the overall energy of the reading is that there is a sense of finding clarity within your own thoughts and fears. Maybe maybe it's not, how can I say this? One of the other things that is represented by swords is your ambitions. Is it possible that you are afraid of your own ambitions and that you're not sure how, if you're going to be able to manifest the kind of changes that you are wanting to manifest, that you're going to be able to put actions to those thoughts and ambitions? But this is telling you that absolutely you can accomplish that first part of the process and you can move forward and you can look forward to a future that is going to bring you um, options, and that you're not blinded. You're the blindfolds have come off. You can see far into the future now, and you can make your decisions and choices, and ultimately there is a partnership or a union of some kind that is going to be there, either at the end of this process or to help you through the process. But you are not alone, and it is important that you don't allow your thoughts or fears to control your forward momentum. Okay? Alrighty. And let's look at this gray blue crystal. What do we have here? We have strength, the world, the two of wands, and the empress. Alrighty. So, the strength card is sometimes the strength that we find or discover is the strength that we have to sort of almost control the beast. And sometimes that beast is circumstances, sometimes it is within. But it's an interesting series of cards here because it's talking about utilizing your strengths, your clarity to bring about a place where there is a sense of completion or a chapter closing and a new one beginning. That is what the world represents. It is about you have finished a um process. You have gone from the beginning to the end of a situation, and it is coming to closure, and it's now time for a new process to begin, to open up for you and in front of you. The two of wands is talking about that sort of initial accomplishment. It can also be about partnerships. It can be about looking forward into the future to see where your next place of growth and abundance is going to be. So you the strength card, you have gained the wisdom and the understanding and the clarity. You have an awareness of the fact that one aspect of your life has found completion and that you are beginning a new one. You are viewing the prospects or the opportunities and seeing what direction you want to go and what's going to suit you. What is an accurate reflection of where you are right now in your life and where you want to be going. And the Empress is here reminding you that there is, sort of no end to the abundance and growth and prosperity and new beginnings. We are only limited by our own sense of limit and our own fears of moving forward. The abundance is always there for the taking, but you have to be aware that it's there. You have to be prepared to look at the new growth and the new direction and all of those new beginnings. So this is actually it's kind of a very, very simple message. It is literally gather the wisdom that you have acquired and accumulated from your previous experiences, understanding that there is a new chapter that is beginning because one is at closure. Know that you can create a new future with new options and new beginnings, possibly with a partnership, and that the Empress is going to bring you the abundance, the growth, the prosperity, the new life, the new beginnings that she always blesses us with. So it's time for you now to move forward into a new area, a new challenge, a new time of your life, a brand new chapter. And just remember, you've taken the wisdom. You have the wisdom. You've gained it. That's lovely. Alrighty, and the pink quartz. Here we go. We're starting with the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, the Six of Wands. Wow, and the Nine of Cups. Okay. So the Ace of Pentacles is, about our physical world, right? So it can be about money, it can be about assets, possessions. Sometimes it is about our greatest asset is our time. Sometimes it can be about our health. But the Ace of Pentacles is bringing you sort of that new beginning. It's a successful start of something. Sometimes it can represent a gift, sometimes important documents. Now, the devil is interesting here because it feels as if there is sort of an energy or a focus on perhaps um, some sort of a challenge that you have had to process or deal with. Remember, the devil is sort of when you spell the devil backwards, what you get is lived. And so, a lot of readers say that, the devil is about alcoholism and drug addiction, and it can be, absolutely. But I tend to think that very often the devil tends to represent a time or a place in our lives where we have done things backwards. We haven't looked at them from the right perspective or gained the right momentum going forward. And so, because that's followed literally by the Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups, really powerful, strong cards. What this is indicating is that whatever the devil represents, whatever that sort of literally monkey on your back was, you have found or are finding or will find the the path forward to lay this sort of energy to rest. And as a result of that amazing accomplishment, you take yourself to a place of greater recognition, of success, of sort of a job well done and moving forward. And that's taking you to the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the ultimate wish card. But one of the caveats of the Nine of Cups, this ultimate wish card, is that you always want to make sure that you are not selling yourself short, that you are not minimizing your hopes because maybe you're frightened that you're asking for too much or that you might fall into a previous trap. So it's always important that when we're working with the Nine of Cups energy, particularly when it's following the Six of Wands, which talks of that success and that accomplishment and that recognition, that we're always very mindful of the fact that the Nine of Cups is a manifestation card and it will bring you that which you believe and perceive. When you see something a certain way, that becomes your belief structure. Your belief structure creates a foundation for the manifestations of your life. And so it's very important that when you're making these really powerful wishes as you're looking forward, that you are keeping yourself open to all the possibilities, that you are keeping yourself open to these brand new beginnings. And because you have the Ace of Pentacles here, it really is talking about that lovely balance of abundant resources with abundant happiness and success. So whatever this devil represents, know that you're dealing with it. You are correcting that which was backwards, and you're now moving forward. The Six of Wands is telling you have, because the Six of Wands truly is that victory card, followed by an amazing hopes and dreams and wish card. So whatever this is about, I hope it brings you amazing and infinite happiness. Thank you so very, very much for being here. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Between now and then, have a fabulous week. Bye bye.